Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Kenshi. Obviously, I'm pretty sure this is part 17, and we're still continuing our little trip up to Skinner's Room at the top. Now, we do find a little bandit here, so I couldn't be bothered putting everybody down. It was one bandit, so I figured all the guys would be able to handle him by themselves, even with the guys on their shoulders, which they did, which was fine. So we continue on our little merry way up to, obviously, into Skinner's Room. And you see there's a little bit of damage happening up there. People are taking the hard hit. And there's no guards on the gate once again. Now, with my settings where I play Kenshi, at the moment I'm running at 1.5 for the population sliders. So that gives you a slightly increased squad size that you come up against. For, obviously friendlies and bandits and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, when you first start off, if you leave it at sliders at level 1, your enemies won't be as big when you come across them. Like normally when you come across sand ninjas, you'll normally come across 3. Whereas obviously we've been coming across 4 most of the time. Which is great really, because it gives me more armor and decent swords. You can't beat a good katana. I think I mentioned before about dexterity being built and that sort of stuff. Now katanas and light swords, they work your dexterity very well. And the higher your dexterity, the better everything else that you do with your weapon is. Whether it's blocking or attacking, you attack faster, you block faster. So it just makes your guys so much better. And here we've actually got some invisible bandits around the place. So run all the guys up, obviously still on speed 2, because they're not in any trouble at the moment. And obviously, there's nothing quite like strength training, especially on the weaker guys. And I think there we're looking at, is that Turner? I'm pretty sure that's Turner, which is a fighter, which is standing and doing nothing at the moment. But in the process of the fights, we'll just say that Turner gets involved. So obviously, you've probably noticed with our recruit drive, we've picked up a couple of basic guys. We've picked up a couple of medics, or a medic so far, and the rest have mainly been engineers and fighters I've been chasing. The main reason behind that is because their strength. I mean, it doesn't take that long to build strength, but when you start off with a higher strength, you just build it faster, and it doesn't take long to get your attack skills and that sort of stuff up. So I go an engineer over just about anybody else, obviously except for a fighter or an infinite wing wang and that sort of stuff, because obviously they're just better when they've already got those attack and defense skills. So yeah, here we're still carrying on with the little fight thing. The guys are doing okay. Most of the bandits are now no longer invisible, so it's all working well. Even though we keep taking a little bit of damage there. Actually, that's Turner. Yeah, I'm still clicked on Turner at the moment. So that's the fighter that I'm interested in purchasing. Taking a hit or 2 for the team. There's poor Valkyrie still sitting back at base. Back in Brink. Well, not really base, but back in Brink. Still twiddling the thumbs. Waiting for some more more research to happen. Which I have bad news, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But, at least she's still learning. One of the things about this game, even if your guys are not actually doing anything like with the science, if they're still operating the item, then it's still increasing that skill. And it takes a long time to actually level up your science. I mean, I've done research the whole of the science with one guy, and they still didn't crack 100. So the science skill level it takes a long time to get up there, and you're not going to get all your guys up there. But the more she's banging away on that thing at the moment, the faster it's going to work when we get her new bench. Now, at this point, I've put everybody in bed. Obviously, after that fight, the town is pretty safe, so we've got everybody in bed. And I'm talking about something, can't remember what it was. And now we're looking at Turner. The Turner's been all bandaged up, and is going to be our latest recruit. So here she comes, and we're going to basically stay with how she is, and we're just going to go with some yellow hair. Now, one thing I have noticed with the recruiting and that sort of stuff and buying new people, if you modify something on them, whether it's the hair color or the hairstyle or anything about them, when you finish the purchase, they'll appear with a face. If you don't, then they'll just have that silhouette. But obviously, it's easy to fix that. Just put a bit of a clothing item on them, and that usually fixes that. So, and the hat does it really well anyway. Just give them a heart. It tells you it's all they need. So yeah, here I'm trying to work out which colours make yellow again. Yeah, no art major, you might say. So we've got some green, and we've got some blue. Yeah, apparently. So yeah, green and red make kind of yellow. No, I thought that was more brown, but yeah. That's it, done. Welcome Turner to the group. So now, Turner's going to need some sleep as well. Obviously, you don't run off with everybody still half beaten up. You're out cruising around half beaten up, but that's just one of the things you got to take. So now I'm looking around with blood so we can see what sort of blueprints these guys have got. Because obviously we've got the ninja rags, and I can't quite see what the rest of those ones were. But yeah, the ninja rags was the main one that I was happy to get, because obviously you can only get it from that one temple place. So do stress, if you want to use the ninja rags as armor, yeah, you need to go out there to get them. So it's a long run. There used to be another free traders camp near one of the cannibal camps, but apparently it was like right on it, and now it's actually still on the map, like the location for it. And when you actually go to that area, it'll actually tell you that you're like in that building, but it's no longer there. It's been removed. So if you're looking for that one, you will never find it again. It's gone. So don't do it. Once again, Blood's still hunting around, looking for some more blueprints that we might be interested in. I would really like to get the helmet from the Holy Nation. The helmet just seems to be very good, especially one that the Holy Paladins wear. That's the helmet I would like to get a blueprint for. But I don't know if that blueprint actually exists. I cannot remember what I was pointing at when I was just highlighting things there with the mouse. Can't remember what it was at all. So we've got Blood running here. Check what the armor trade's got in the way of blueprints. See if there's anything special. And all we get is a breastplate. Fantastic. A breastplate. Now, the way I usually run with my guys, once I get to the tech up and that sort of stuff, I usually wear cargo pants with sneaky chain or half pants with sneaky chain, because it's medium armor and it keeps you guys still moving pretty quick. I normally go with a chain shirt, and that once again is like X96 or 94 on your speed, on your athletics capabilities. So yeah, it doesn't really slow you down. Once again, with the drifter's boots, they don't slow you down any worse than what the chainmail armor does. And then obviously ninja rags, they don't slow you down. And so I normally use one of the Kusaki helmet things, which has got 80% head coverage. So I mean, I find that works pretty well. And I usually end up dressing all my guys so they look the same. Now here everybody's healed up, so we're heading off, and we're cruising out. I'm going to start heading towards Heft. At this point, there's only 2 more towns that we have not visited, so we'll head over that way and see what else we can find. But yeah, so back to the armor and the way I set my guys up. I usually keep them with, fast gear or stuff that has minimal athletics penalties to it. And you usually start off with some decent katanas and that sort of stuff. Once you buy the katana blueprint, you'll end up, so once you get your base set up, you'll make your base, start farming some, yeah, materials, that sort of stuff. And then you'll start making your own armor and weapons. And yeah, once you get some decent katanas, the guys, yeah, they just do really well. And obviously improves their dexterity. Now, one thing to be aware of is, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in a previous video or anything, but with your guys' skill with weapons, they can't just pick up a sword that's completely different and go, oh yeah, and know how to use it. They've got to learn how to do it. So I'm pretty sure they've got to get to like 10 or 20 in the skill proficiency before they can actually use that with actual any real skill. But after they actually get to that point, they'll actually hit a lot more often, do a lot more attacks. I'm pretty sure it's 10. It's got to be about 10 because the guys are starting to get better attacks at the moment. So most of them are just above 10 with their attacks. So I'm going to say it's 10, but don't quote me on that. And yeah, Hef's just up over this way. It's on a bit of a cliff, but it's not that bad to get to. I actually, yeah, found it a lot easier to get to than what I thought it was going to be. And on that night, guys, if you are liking, please leave a comment. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll reply to you any questions you might have about Kenshi. Alrighty, because as I say, this one's about to come to an end. We've got a couple more to do. So, yeah, we'll see you on the flip side. Have a great day, night, evening, whatever it might be. Cheers, guys.